The Circle Season 6 is nearing the end. Things are getting naughty, some people are pretending to be nice, and the two influencers aren't seeing eye to eye. Hey y'all, it's Nae. Welcome back to my little corner of YouTube. This video will contain spoilers for The Circle Season 6, episodes 9 and 10, so if you haven't seen them yet and you do not want spoilers, save this video and come back after you do. You are about to hear my thoughts on episodes 9 and 10, but of course I want to hear yours, so feel free to drop your thoughts below if you do want to participate in the conversation. And give this video a like before you go, so I know you enjoyed it. Jordan is playing a very hard game, and he's playing it very publicly. The first group chat after Paul leaves, he's like, yeah, so which one of y'all called out Paul? Because Paul said y'all was calling her out.
Paul was his sister? Shocked emoji. Who came for her publicly? Send.
Always trying to get info. People are not just gonna answer you like that, dog.
Baby, I love how hard you are playing this game. I have said several times, I love when somebody plays a hard game. But Kyle is right. Jordan, you just got here. You just got here. And it's giving Aggie, like, it's aggressive. And hear me out. I'm just throwing this idea out there. Let me know if y'all picking it up. He is coming for Myles. He has been coming for Myles since the second that he entered the circle. He put his suitcase down. He was like, Myles, like, I don't like you. And I wonder if it's because he's playing as Big J, and Myles looks like the type of guy that Big J would have been envious of when he was Big J. Like, he's the type of guy that Big J would thinks get all the bitches and thinks has the perfect life in his eyes. I feel like he's looking at Myles and going, he's that pretty boy that used to, you know, get what I wanted when, well, I don't even know. I don't even know if he likes women, but I feel like he feels like Myles has that kind of playboy attitude that he wished he had when he was Big J. So he sees him and he's kind of projecting these negative feelings on him. That's how I see it. He kind of has this odd vendetta against Myles, and it kind of feels like this disdain is a little bit too much disdain. Like, it's a little much. He has barely even spoken to Myles. So I'm waiting for that to hit the fan, and it kind of already did. When they were playing that call-out game, Jordan was actively trying to flip the entire circle against Myles.
How do you feel knowing you have the entire circle
wrapped around your finger like a ring? Yo! That's some shade.
Myles has built genuine relationships with pretty much everyone, and that's just the benefit of being in the circle longer than Jordan is. You do have that longevity in the game. People have gotten to know you. Whether you're real or not, they have gotten to know the persona that you were putting on. So a newcomer randomly coming in and trying to be like, look at him, he's controlling the game. It's not really giving what Jordan thinks is given. So I really cannot say that I know which way this blocking is gonna go in episode 11. But Jordan was being very bold, trying to get QT to get rid of Myles. And not only get rid of Myles, get rid of Kyle too. And then he was kind of trying to spin it in a way where QT wouldn't realize that it's good for his game, but not good for her game. He wanted Myles out so bad that he didn't really have a solid plan to even flip QT. When he was talking to Lauren about Myles, he was basically like, look, Myles is controlling this game, don't you see it? But that didn't work on QT because QT knows that Myles is not controlling the game because she's controlling the game. For some reason, it feels like Jordan thinks that QT is naively following Myles and he has her wrapped around, you know, his finger or something like that. But that's really not the case, and Jordan kind of messed up because he underestimated QT's, I don't want to say her intelligence, but he underestimated her strategy and her standing in this game, being like, well, you won't eliminate Myles because he's running this. Okay, to you, he's running it to you. In her situation, she is tres fuego. We already know I can't say that word, so we just gonna move past it. But QT, man, QT is playing a good game. She really has Kyle thinking that Brandon Olivia is the one that called him boring. I mean, they were actively talking about that in episode 9. That's crazy.
And then Olivia, Olivia.
I feel like she drew that picture of King of Boring. That's how you feel. All right.
Okay.
You are public enemy number 1.
Whole time, it was actually QT, and now QT and Brandon Olivia are in an alliance. Doing that photo game, QT's naughty photo was giving very much not naughty. I don't know. Maybe it was naughty in the sense that she was wearing Timberlands in the summer. I don't know what was supposed to be naughty about that. Now, Lauren did win the naughtiest photo, and QT was like, I'm so glad that Lauren won that. I don't want people to see me in a bad light. But I don't know what's bad about seeing Lauren share that bomb-ass bikini picture because the girl looks good. So I don't really see that as a bad light. I see that as, damn, if I look like that, I would post that picture too. My girl Caress. Come on, Caress. I know that sounds crazy because all season I've been actively trying to get Caress out of the house like I'm the one that's playing. But let me explain myself before you try to come at me. She did give up her spot in order to save Kyle. Big move. Bold move, but fair move in my opinion. I'm very satisfied with it. But before she goes and visits Deuce, and I guess she visited Kyle by proxy because he just happened to be sitting there. And you know what? I love Caress so much better as herself. Not as a game player. She was a terrible game player. But when she was sitting there talking to Kyle, and when she did her exit video interview, she seemed like such a cool person. Like, she was giving big sister energy. And I like Caress as a person, but terrible game player. And even her little rap was good.
Came up in this circle, asked my brother Paul. Thought that we was about to go with balls to the wall.
So Caress, I didn't like your gameplay all season. But you know what? As a human being, you are alright with me, girl. Now, this call-out game was messy. And Kyle was very much being messy in the game. Asking Lauren why it is that everybody she was in an alliance with somehow ended up going home. Lauren's answer to his question was weak. I'm sorry, it was a weak ass answer. It was a cop-out answer. And while I realized that everybody pretty much gave sidetrack cop-out answers, hers just felt like it was the copyiest outest of the copy out answers.
Why has everyone you've been in an alliance with gone home?
Wait, they have? I have some really incredible connections in here. Face emoji, heart, heart, send.
The rebuttal for that question was very easy. All she had to do was say, I haven't been the one blocking people. I'm not solely the one doing the rankings. So how could I have any bearing on who is actually going home if I haven't been an influencer and I haven't been blocking? That was the response to that. She could have very easily and swiftly shut that whole little accusation down. And for some reason, she took the route of being like, are my alliances gone? Silly me, I didn't notice. Girl, all you had to do is say that you wasn't the one doing the eliminating. That was such a weak answer. She should have been eliminated based off that answer alone. Girl, bye. Autumn was about to be on a vendetta, and I say was about to be because I'm almost certain that she's the one that's going home, as she is the obvious answer. She doesn't really have an alliance, and she's not on good standing terms with either of the influencers, QT or Jordan right now. So I don't really see her staying. She is the cop-out person to go home in this next episode. Especially because QT and Jordan can't decide on somebody else. But you know what? She did straight up ask Lauren to explain her strategy behind throwing her name out in that game last week. Like, okay, Lauren, you said this was part of your strategy. Tell me the thought process behind it. And Lauren was just like,
My head told me putting your name would insult you the least since we just had a great chat. I didn't think it would have a domino effect.
girl, this is actually not strategy. This is actually what we call a lack of strategy. Again, another weak answer from Lauren. Look, we have all been saying, even the people in the circle have been saying, Lauren is nice, Lauren is sweet. But Lauren is not a strategy player, and it's time for Lauren to go home. We getting down to the nitty gritty. It's time for her to take her nice ass back to the land of Oz, because you're done being in a circle. In this naughty photo, nice photo game, for some reason, Kyle decided to share this photo of himself when he literally has a bajillion pictures of him with his shirt off. That would have been naughty. I don't know what his angle was for that, but it was not giving naughty. Watching Kyle and Brandon Olivia flirt is hilarious. Mainly because Kyle just keeps talking to his wife's picture.
Baby girl, I don't mean this. Baby, I am doing this for the game. Wow, baby, look. You look. I'm not looking. Nope. Circle. Close photo.
Like, sir, we don't care about your wife. Play this damn game. And Brandon Olivia is geeking because, well, Brandon's gay. And he's flirting with his man. Speaking of Brandon Olivia, for him to be the only other real catfish in the game aside from Jordan, he was a little too happy to see Paul Caress go home. He was like, a catfish? Yes, I'm glad you're gone. You're next, if this is the theme. And then we have Myles. And really, Myles has been a topic of conversation because Jordan is making him a topic of conversation. When in reality, Myles hasn't really been doing anything. Not saying he's not playing the game, he's playing the game. But he hasn't really been making waves these last couple of episodes. The only reason we're still actively talking about him is because Jordan cannot let go. Like, he is not letting go of this vendetta that he has against him. His nice photo was giving very much Steve Jobs, or as Autumn said, this very classic photo of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I am gonna go edit this, but I cannot wait to start episode 11. I need to know who the hell is going home. This was a very intense influencer. I don't know, I was about to call it a tribal council, but this is not Survivor. But this was a very intense influencer meeting between QT and Jordan because they literally are playing two completely different games. QT is very solid in a Tres Fuego alliance with the two people that Jordan is trying to get out, and really the one person, he really wants Myles gone. So they were not coming to an agreement. I felt like, you know, of all the cliffhangers they left us on, this one made the most sense because it was clear from the way that they were talking, kind of in their confessionals and in their apartments, that this was not going to be an easy decision to make. Like I said, I think Autumn's going to end up being the one that gets sacrificed. And sacrifice sounds like such a bad word, but that's, at the end of the day, that's what it's going to be. Lauren threw her name out there last week, and now it's becoming easy to choose her for no other reason than it's easy to choose her. I will be back tomorrow with my thoughts on episodes 11 and 12, and until then, I'll see y'all later. Bye! Y'all, I just went up in weights at the gym, and I don't know if I went too hard and did too many reps or my form was bad, but all right here is like, I don't know what pulling a muscle feels like, but that's what it felt like I did. Either that or, I don't know, I just went too hard. I don't know. I hope I didn't fuck something up. So I am resting from the gym until this stops hurting. Because I went yesterday and I was like, let me do my little rep. No, bad idea. I think I made it worse. So it hurts to like bend down and stuff. So like you use that muscle. When you injure a muscle, you realize that you use it a lot more than you think you do. So I'm taking off from the gym, but all right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Bye. Okay, chip cheerio. Sorry, I don't know why the accent is trying to take me over right now. Actually, I do know why. I went out this past weekend and I met these guys from London, and they were teaching me all this London slang, and I was like, they didn't say chip cheerio. That was a stereotype that I just, for some reason, they do say that though. They didn't say that though. They were not from the side of London where people say chip cheerio. They were not, 101 Dalmatians or anything. But they did teach me some London slang, like brother. They say brother a lot. And I was like, why are you calling me brother? They was like, that's like saying like homie. And they taught me that they don't say like what's up. They say what's gone. So anyway, I don't know why I'm telling y'all the story of how I met these random guys at a bar in Los Angeles on Friday night, but that's the story I decided to tell you today, so I hope you enjoyed. Let's get into recording this. This shouldn't be a long video. I feel like I'm super close to this, like I'm right in your face. Like I don't need to be right in your face like that. Okay, let's get going. What's going? Okay, and it's gigging fuego. I can say it one time and that's it for the day. It's QT or, what's his name? What is it called where the Wizard of Oz girl lived? Munchkin Land? Okay, I don't think I can say Munchkin. I think that's derogatory.
My hands shaking like I need it. I don't know why you got me sinking so